it going? I'm back. For some reason I had to make a two-parter. And I guess the main reason is I had to come back and say, after talking about it, although no one's here except for the kitty. You get that, kitty? After talking about it, I feel a lot better. I do. Sometimes it almost doesn't even make any sense, but man, after talking about it, I feel better. And now I can let the corporations screw me over like usual. I can accept that. And like when I started that video, I don't know if I kind of got my point across, but the corporation and the government, see, all that conversation had to do was I got an overdraft fee from the bank, which is a corporation. I don't think there's no more businesses anymore. It's all corporations. And the reason why I got an overdraft fee, well, it's because the P.O. box, P.O., because the post office. Well, that's the government, the corporations and the government. And I really think they actually work together to screw people over. And that's how they did it. Like I said, I received mail for 5 years. Not too much mail. I don't get that much mail. But I received that mail for 5 years at this P.O. box number. My name was never on it. Never was an issue until they decided to send back my bank statement and charge me for it, which is like 20 feet across the street. I don't know. As frustrating as it is, it's what we call life. And what I can't stand is this is small stuff. But the people, the society is accepting all this small stuff. Oh, so the corporation screws over 10% and steals their property through property tax. Well, it doesn't affect me now, does it? That's okay to do. Like if I was president, I swear one of the first things I would do would be get rid of property tax. Because the government shouldn't be taking anything from anybody. The government should be there to help people, not to take stuff from people. There's something wrong, isn't there? Just me or no? It's okay for corporations to say, oh, you agreed on a mortgage, now you lost your job and you can't pay. Even though you're almost paid off. But we're not going to help you and we're going to take your property. Then we're going to resell it and make more money. We really have to reinvent society and the structures of society because this is just stupidity. You can retire from your job, but you can't retire from paying your taxes. That doesn't make any sense to me. At some point in time in your life, you should not be expected to pay and pay and pay and pay, like property tax. Oh, you can retire from your job, but you can't retire from paying your property tax. And because of inflation and deflation, what do you think is going to happen? That's what I mean by they're going to steal everything from everybody. They're already doing it. It's just they don't do it all at once because people would be like, huh? Everybody in the world, they don't do it at once. They want it done, incrementally, systematically. A little bit here and a little bit there, Foreclosures. Oh, we didn't foreclose on everybody. Only just like 5% of the population, 10%. That ain't much. And the 10% ain't going to do nothing because now they don't have a house. They don't have a home. They got a family, a car. They can sleep in the car. They're going to be worried about feeding themselves, clothing themselves, housing themselves. They're not going to fight the corporations or the government because they lost everything. I swear, I don't know, someday people are going to wake up. And when they do, it's not going to be a pretty sight because they're going to discover there's a whole bunch of thieves that are running our world and are telling us what to do. Like I said, they're getting rid of our choices. I should have a choice of what I want to put into my body. And now let's see. mandatory vaccinations, uh, chemtrails, I have no choice in the matter. Why? Why don't I have a choice of what I put in my own body? Why are there other people making this decision for me? And a whole but they're making it for the whole world. And people don't understand why I get irritated and upset. Shouldn't that upset some people? Like, I didn't lose a house. I don't expect to own a house because I sort of knew some stuff going into it. But the fact of the matter that I see other people losing their house, well, that affects me. Why would it affect me? Well, because I care what happens to other people. I don't know why that is. And I don't know why our leaders don't act that way. Don't care about other people. Yeah. Well, let me think about this. Is there a reason to be this upset? Let me think. I heard the other day that somebody, this Ferguson thing, I call it a distraction, but it's going to escalate more than a distraction, unfortunately, but it is distracting you from certain things. And, okay, this guy posted some pictures because if you have half a brain left, you understand that this Ferguson thing is being orchestrated, manipulated. And they already had, like, what was it? I think it was a DHS, Department of Homeland Security vehicles parked somewhere close by on hand because it's all orchestrated, manipulated, staged. But what I heard is not only did this guy lose his job, they're trying to charge him as a terrorist. On what grounds would amaze me, but what irritates me, okay, is this thing that's called freedom of speech. They took away his freedom of speech, called him a terrorist, and now he has no rights. To anybody with a brain left, this should not sound logical or reasonable. I mean, the only way it would sound logical or reasonable is if you're coming from the other side, and if you're a corrupt organization trying to control and manipulate the world and steal everybody's wealth and control everything and have everything and own everything and be gods, I guess. I don't know. There's something wrong with these people that, to me, they should be locked away in jail. They're criminals. But they have full reign on everything we do. And they're not stopping. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if they're staged events. It doesn't matter if they're complete hoaxes. It does not matter because they keep on doing what they want to do anyway. And there's other things like, they say all these staged hoaxes, these shootings, to take away your gun rights. Well, there's usually at least 3 things that they do with this stuff. Like, one other thing that they do is they're getting you used to the police state, people standing around in military fatigue with assault rifles on their chest and ski masks. Who wears a ski mask? Let me think. To me, who wears a ski mask? Criminals wear ski masks. Why? Well, because they don't want to be caught committing a crime. Or wait, I guess other people wear ski masks. People that go out and do their winter activities, sports, skiing. But it seems like the majority of people that wear ski masks, they wear it for a purpose, and it's not a good purpose. because they're committing a crime and they don't, they don't want to be identified. But they are literally getting us used to, like Boy and the Frog, little bit at a time, getting us used to having these corrupt military police force on the streets with their vehicles, their tanks, and their guns drawn on people for I don't even know what anymore. It's weird. It's like there's not even big issues that but they're drawing guns on like people that like aren't even criminals. They're like playing music on the corner street or something. Quick, shoot him! He's a national security threat, a terrorist. Oh my goodness! It's unbelievable. I mean, it's believable to me because I understand what's going on. I just don't understand how it's getting manipulated to this degree. How all the people in the world are like just stopping everything, stop going to work and being, we got to throw these people out of office, get them into jail so we can be safe, and then we got to organize our society so we the people benefit. Not corporations, not one person, one God, one prince, what do they call them? Kings and queens. Oh man, it's so insane. I gotta let it go. And this is a long winder again. I had to release. Had to let it go. And hopefully, like I said, I'll come back to some happiness after I release this negativity. Alright, I still have a little bit of time left. And I'm a little bit more calmed down. But I'm still waiting for the day that we the people, actually take action. There's actually something being done. Like, let's say, they actually stop chemming the sky. I mean, you talk about total insanity. Okay, we had this thing called global warming, where it was getting too hot, and we needed to save us, and we needed to how do we do it? How do we fix it? Oh, we chemtrailed the sky. Now it's changed, and we figured out, it's getting colder, and we might get an ice age, and we call it climate change now. But what do we do to fix the problem? The same thing we did for global warming. Spray the sky. See, if I see one thing being done like this, literally stop spraying the sky, I'd be amazed. But nothing's being done. A lot of people are talking though. I'm waiting for the day we take action and really do something. It's kind of weird. Because we got to understand that certain things voting don't work anymore, protesting don't work. Actually, it works against us. They use it against us. Something that used to work for the people greatly, they manipulate it and now use it against us. And we got to figure out, what are we going to do? What action can we take to get society the way it needs to go? And apparently, it's going towards this new world. I mean, there's so many names: hierarchy, corporatocracy. What do they call that? Corporatocracy. Oh man, I'm thinking of this one movie. It wasn't all that funny, but it's like, to me, it's like realistic. Idiocracy. That movie, man, it's like almost hilarious to me, but it's not that funny of a movie. Only because it's supposed to take place in the future, and it's the whole movie is like taking place right now in front of our eyes by our own people. Oh, the insanity! Alright, I think I'm done. I'll try to make shorter videos from now on, I think. I don't know. But it's nice to talk. It's nice to let it go. And